Hi, everyone. Happy New Year. So, we're starting again. This is Marlecee Pert, and I'm with Transformation Events and Public Relations. And we support women entrepreneurs on a mission to grow their business and their personal life. And we have a lot of new things and events coming up in 2019, and I'd like to share a little bit about that. But before we do that, I would like to be able to have Diana, my new friend and another entrepreneur, share some of the things that she's working on.
Hello, Facebook family. Good afternoon. Well, I have a new book out I'm excited about. It's called A Piece of Man is Better Than No Man at All the Things My Mama Didn't Tell Me. That book was inspired by that saying from my mom when I would have conversations with her. And at the end, she would always say, well, a piece of man is better than no man at all. And I'm like, oh, my God. So I lived half of my life with pieces of men. And all of those relationships ended with unhealthy situations. So my book basically is going to share with you how to look for better qualities when you're seeking relationships. And I think that will go very well with you, Marlecee, with your visioning workshop that's coming up. So I'm looking forward to chatting with you about that.
Okay, yeah. I really like that title, Diana. That's a great title. And when a lot of people want to start thinking about what they want in their life for this year, what they want differently, how they want to make some changes in their life, usually that includes relationships. And with Diana's book, I thought it was a real added bonus to say, okay, when you want to create the life you want, you need to know exactly what you want. Because if you don't, then sometimes you get some of the things that you don't want. And if you focus on the things that you don't want, then that's also what you end up getting. So our Envisioning workshop that we have coming up will include an opportunity for you to add in there what type of relationships you want in 2019, how you want it to be different. And so, Diane, share a little bit about your book and how it might help people to decide, or women to decide, what they want in 2019 in a relationship.
Well, I think once they go and they, pick the pictures out for your visioning board and they're looking at relationships, you want to pick out pictures that shows best qualities in an individual. One of the chapters in the book talks about commitment facts, and it talks about hunters and gatherers. And I talk about there's two types of men out there. There's your hunters and there's your gatherers. Which one are you choosing? It helps you look at your patterns. Hunters are men that has amazing characteristics and abilities and values that they're or engaging you into a permanent relationship. They're sharing that with you. They have nothing to hold back. Your gatherers are the ones that just give you a piece of themselves, and they want you to give them a whole lot more. It has to deal with a lot of manipulation. And so you want to look at those qualities. You want to see if they are gentleman qualities. What are their backgrounds, their family background? What are their values, their morals and values? So when you're doing your vision board, you want to keep those kind of things in mind, because you want to get into healthy relationships and come out of those unhealthy relationships, those toxic ones. So when you're putting those pictures up, you have to have in your mind, in your vision, and take a mental assessment. Is this person worth my time each and every day? If not, then you need to back up, get into your subconscious, use your wisdom, and say, this is not for me. I have patience. I can wait.
All right. That sounds like good advice. Really good advice. And, our Envisioning workshop that we have coming up January 26th or February 23rd, it's more than just creating a vision board. It's really about knowing how to create that energy of being grateful, and how you would feel once you're able to create what you're wanting in 2019. So the board is the start, but you need to know exactly what you want and how you want your life to look in 2019. So that's what we're going to create for you at our workshop coming up. And I'd love to have you join us. And Diana, anything else to add on relationships? Or I just want to know from you, I've created and manifested some things in my life, and I'll share a little bit about that before we end. But Diane, what kind of things have you manifested that you're proud of? Because, you know, when we manifest things, sometimes it's the things we don't want. If we spend a lot of energy on thinking about what we don't want, sometimes we manifest that. So we really have to stay in the energy and the vibration of what we want. And so Diane, share a little bit of what some of the things you've manifested.
Well, I have manifested engaging my singleness. Currently, I'm not in a relationship at the moment. I have been embracing myself, my inner self, building up my self-esteem, my integrity, my health. And with that, I have been through coaching, counseling, to help me get to the maturity that I am in at this place in my life. So I have also went through a visioning process through looking at the characteristics that I want, the conversations I would love to have, to share and to give. So I think when you're putting your pictures out, put conversations out there between you and a male where you guys are talking, and you want to make sure that he's listening to you. In my book, in the back, I have the Relationships Bill of Rights, and it talks about when you're in a relationship, you should have that teamwork, that companionship. You are worthy of appreciation. You are worthy of devotion. You are worthy of trust. You are worthy of sexual intimacy. So all of those things are very important because we go through life living what our parents went through. We go through life living tradition. We go through life living what society say that's right for you. And it's not always that.
It's not.
We are all individuals.
Right.
And just like a bouquet of roses, there's a lot of personalities in there.
I feel like 2019 is the year to let go of what you saw when you were growing up.
Yes.
You know, I mean, hey, I just had my birthday and I saw some things and, you know, it's time to let it go. Okay, what do you want in your life? You know, what do you see as something that can help you to grow? And, you know, and it's really about visualizing it too. You know, part of just having a vision board, I love creating vision boards. I usually do 2 or 3 a year. And I was looking at my vision boards the other day, and I have quite a few. And I have been able to manifest some great things. But some of my vision boards are really what I want, but I just really haven't taken the time to really use it as a way to visualize what I want, to practice, and take the time to really just envision what I want. So I know everyone has actually manifested some of the things you want in your life. And I'd like for you to share some of those things because I want to share a little bit about what I was able to manifest. About 6 years ago, I created a vision board, and I was looking through things. I was including pictures of what I wanted my business to look like. And then I saw a picture. My vision board included what I wanted in my business and then also what I wanted in my personal life to manifest. So I was looking through a magazine and I saw a picture of a home and I said, wow, that's a nice house. I like it. And I only had a little bit of space on my vision board to put that picture, so I had to cut it down a little bit. And I put it on my vision board and I decided that I wanted to really manifest that house. And so what I did was I spent time in actually seeing myself standing in one of the windows in that home. And I did that exercise for months. And when I first created the vision board, I wasn't even looking for a house. I was just about to retire from the state, so it was just in my mind something I wanted to create. And so months later, I talked to my husband and we decided we wanted to move. And we were looking for months and months, nothing came up. And then my realtor said, okay, this house fell through and I wanted you to come and look at it. So my husband and I went to look at the house, and when I saw the house, I was like, wow, this is really nice. I didn't even recognize it was the house on my vision board. But when I walked in the house, I said, okay, I'll know this is my house if I have a doggy door.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Because I had 3 dogs at the time. So I walked in, and the realtor was showing us around, and there was a doggy door. So I was like, wow, okay, that's nice. But then when I got home, I looked and I said, oh my goodness, this is the house on my vision board. All the way down to my wrought iron gate when you first walked in. But what I did was I spent time with looking out one of the windows on the picture. I could see myself looking out the window. And fast forward, that window is actually the office, my office now. So I know we've all manifested things. I wanted you to take the time to share with us some of the things that you were able to manifest in your life. And I'd love for you to join us at our Envisioning Live the Life You Want workshop coming up. And I just wanted to share a little bit about what I was able to manifest. And then just to know that a vision board is just really the start of just a way just some pictures to help you to see clearly on what you want. But the workshop is really going to take you through some exercises and give you some tools, and be around women, like-minded women, that you can really share the experience with. And so Diane, before we close out, I wanted to share what we're planning in 2019 for our events, but I wanted to hear more about some of the things that you're doing in order to have women engage with your new book.
Well, I am doing house parties, book launch parties, do some reading. So you just need a couple of people, 2 or 3 or 4 of your good friends, and I will bring you a bottle of wine or some sparkling cider, your choice, a little thank you gift. And for maybe about 2 hours, we can come together. I'll read a chapter of the book. We can discuss it, have a girl chat, and good laughter in that. And the other thing that I'm focused on, I will be doing a workshop in March. This will give you an opportunity to experience coaching face-to-face in a small, intimate group, no more than 12. That topic would be how to move forward in fulfillment in the year 2019. So we're going to be talking about values. We're going to be talking about what's your fizzle, what makes you excited, what makes you move forward. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about your captain, yourself, your crew, your support system, your wisdom, your clarity, your compassion. We're going to talk about that sabotager, that second voice over there that's always doubting you. And then we're going to talk about your peak experiences, where you want to go into life. So connect with me. I would love to see you at the workshop. It's going to be held in Roseville, so it's going to be local. So I'm excited about that. And of course, I invite you to take part in the book launch, and let's get together and discuss that.
Okay. Sounds like a lot of fun. I'm going to actually invite a few women in my house so we can have that conversation about relationships. Some of the things that we are doing in 2019 to help support women entrepreneurs is that we have a monthly meetup, and we meet the 3rd Tuesday of the month now for 2019. And the 3rd Tuesday of the month from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. we meet at the Black Bear Diner here in Natomas. And then we have our workshops. Our workshop that we have coming up is our Live Your Life, Create the Life You Want Envisioning workshop, and that's on January 26th and also either February 23rd. So we have 2 dates. Mm-hmm. I'd love for you to join us. It's a great opportunity to connect with other like-minded women and just envision and create the life you want in 2019. In addition to our workshops, we have our annual Women's Conference. That's our Let Your Brilliance Shine Women's Conference coming up. That's on June 7th and 8th this year. And then we also have our Sacramento Premier Holiday Expo, and that's going to be on November 23rd. And we also plan some retreats this year. So I'd love for you to join us sometime this year, be a part of what we're doing here to support you as a woman entrepreneur. And remember, 2019 is the year for you to shine. So shine your light, share what you're doing, and be the best you can. Hope to see you soon. Bye.